Contact on it. He just got knocked down like textbook.
And that was one of the big talking points about Robbie Brady. Chance now for Conor Horan, maybe a little earlier than he would have expected. Obafemi! Oh, brilliant! Oh, into the bottom corner, onto Obafemi. But once he turned, he never hesitated. An exquisite finish. Well, he likes that into the ground, doesn't he?
Absolutely sensational strike from him. It's a great burst touch to open up. He just finds a little bit of space and he gets his head up and he drills into that far corner. Brilliant finish. Pass in straight into him was the first touch around the corner. Opens himself, second one, and then it's bang that bottom corner. Gives the goalkeeper no chance, but the spin, the quickness he gets onto it, brilliant from him.
Well, tender in years, but such a talked about player, and he has been for many years, including this season. Had that spell out at club level under Russell Martin, but brought back in off the bench against Hull to get some minutes before this international break. That is the finish of a striker in form, a striker who backs himself every time. Right into the bottom corner, past the sprawling and despairing dive of Yurchenko. To keep this one in play, which he's managed to do, Jason Knight. Horan in the perfect crossing position, fantastic ball in. Oh, goalkeeper looked in real difficulty there. Doherty just couldn't get there and get the touch.
That's what Conor offers. He's gone absolutely wrong of a left, but he whips this into such a dangerous area. Pity no one's alive to it. There's no one clumped into the box, but when it's set back like that, you know what he's going to do, so immediately then getting the bodies into the box.
Ball back by Spirzian. Shakshan taking it on, and Bazunu touches it onto the post. On the follow-up, it's Dashan who buries it. And Armenia back in the game. Well, Bazunu with the initial save to deny Shakshan. Gets his fellow substitute Artak Dashan who hammers in his first international goal. And all of a sudden, 20 minutes to go, it's 2-1.
Gets spread here, end up in a 2v2 situation. Shakshan comes inside, it's a great hit. Bazunu does really well to knock under the post, and then you don't get enough around the ball and the recovery run. It's a great strike to put into the far corner, but we're not recovering quick enough. And it's just a lapse of concentration.
Well, not an easy. That's the one thing you don't want to do in a game like this, give an under pressure opposition, that glimmer of hope, that chink of light. Now Horan's giving it away. Spirzian, could he do it again? He has done! Oh, this is utterly remarkable. Spirzian, who sunk the Irish in Yerevan in the opening game in the group, strikes again from outside the box. 2 goals in maybe less than 2 minutes here. Ireland cruising at 2-0, it's now 2-2.
This is actually unbelievable. Can't believe we're witnessing it here again. A team like Armenia who, not in this game, Conor Horan, dreadful crossfield pass, no pace on it. Spirzian just steps in and buries in the bottom corner. And we're back to 2-2 in a team that have not been in this game. And
Brady, good angle to work with here, the header off from point-blank range. Collins, still a chance. Horan looking to make amends for that errant pass. And Nathan Collins, a hat-trick of chances in this second half, but this one, well, he got it on target, but it was straight at Yurchenko, who just reacted to bat it away.
It's a great delivery in, and he's just any side, any either way, and it's in the back of the net, but he hits it straight at him, and then the body in from Conor gets it wrong and over.
That looked a foul throw all day long, not given. Armenia trying to win themselves a corner. Alan Brown battling. And Barzoumian, who's had a good game, the right wing back. They fancy going and winning it now. Ireland having to defend into the penalty area. Bayramian gets the shot away and was only a whisker away from a lead goal for Armenia.
Tell you what, this goes close. Rinyam, another great stroke from the edge of the box. Bazunu's stretching for it. He has a cover, but it's a warning shot for Ireland.
Robbie Brady, an unseen set piece. Good looking delivery. Now where's it gone? Ireland appealing half-heartedly for a penalty. Well, there is a VAR check here for a potential handball. That was the Dara O'Shea shout a few moments ago. Is this to be Ireland's lifeline? Well, the fact he's going to have a look here, this is encouraging. Joaquin Caparros not happy with this at all. As Dara O'Shea, the arm is out, the crowd are convinced this will be given. They've seen it on the big screen.
To be honest, it's a blatant handball. It's a definite penalty.
Is it going to be given? No signal yet. Signal penalty. Armenia furious. Zunyan is going to be booked. He might not be the only one. It's a red card. They continue these protests. Maybe one of Armenia's top performers tonight, but he won't finish the game.
It's just that's the letter of the law now, and as he may have got tripped and he is going down, but he does move his arm towards it. But like I said, it's the second man sent off here now, I think, for Armenia. If they're falling to bits, and it's madness from them.
Dashan Zunyan is not going quietly. That familiar pose. The blast of the whistle. Robbie Brady steps up and buries it. The Republic of Ireland back in front.
It's an extremely cool can. Penalty from Robbie Brady. The slots in that bottom corner and gets us back on track. But wow, what a let off that is.
Well, a moment to hold your nerve. Robbie Brady did exactly that, sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. Armenia trail again, and of course now with 9 men. They surely can't see another comeback for them in stoppage time.
No, I'd like to think Ireland can see this through now.
The highs of Scotland. A 3-0 win here. Ireland going to score 3 to finish the campaign as well, but it is in what in the end was a very nervy 3-0 victory. But it's a victory, and Robbie Brady will celebrate his winning goal for Stephen Kenny. Well, what is going through his head right now is to win.
Hi guys, thanks for coming today. We'll do 10 minutes live and then 10 minutes in bargain, and we're moving to meeting room 2, which will be our Sundays session. After that, if you just want to get yourself set up. Ashley, do you want to start first?
Sorry, work here. Steve, could you talk to us about the squad? It's exciting for Evan Ferguson, Will Smallbone. They've got their first senior final.
Yeah, Will has shown great character to come back from a cruciate ligament injury, which was, you know, for a young player, that's a real blow to do a cruciate. And in his time at Southampton, you know, he's making some appearances in the Premier League, and you know, his performances for the under-21s have been quite good. And he's a creative passer, so he's gone and played with Stoke this season and has done reasonably well, and has shown, you know, the ability to change the tempo of the game with his passing. He understands he's a natural midfield player, and in the under-21 team he showed the ability to score good goals. So he's there on merit. I feel, Will, it's an opportunity for him. With Evan's very young. There's no doubt he hasn't played many games, but he's been really exceptional coming through the ranks all the way up at international level, and is someone that we regard highly, and he obviously has different attributes to the strikers that we have. And I think what Will Keane is a little bit of a doubt, because he came off injured midweek. Even though we've named Will in the squad, he has to have a scan on an injury. So with that in mind, but Will in mind, and obviously with Adam Ida and Troy Parrott injured, it's an opportunity for Evan.
And I suppose a notable absentee is Shane Duffy.
Yeah, Shane. I mean, you know, speak regularly to Shane. Obviously, Shane is left out of the squad for personal reasons. Really, that's why he's not in the squad this time.
Okay, no problem. So it's nothing football-wise.
No, well, I think it's been well documented that he's not played any games, and he's in the prime of his career. You know, so 30-year-old centre back in the prime of his career. So he, when he gets playing regular football, I think he'll excel again. We remember his performance against Portugal at home here, which was a real outstanding performance. So he just needs regular football, but that's not the reason actually on this one, because we've been in the squad. This is one for personal reasons.
And Jeff Hendrick, he's one of Ireland's most experienced midfielders. People sometimes ask why he gets called up. What would you say to people when they ask that question about Jeff?
I think Jeff's level of professionalism is incredibly high. The way he plays every minute of every game for Reading. You know, he plays every minute of every game. He's just supreme. He's a supreme athlete. He's supremely fit. Looks after his body incredibly well. You know, he's very aware. He's a very tremendous professional, and he performs different roles. I suppose he's, what type of midfielder is he? He was seen very much as a box-to-box type player for a while, and then when he played in midfield too for us, he showed a level of creative passing. And then obviously he had periods where he wasn't getting in at Newcastle, and it was difficult for him. And Jeff is someone that comes under the radar. He comes in for criticism very easily, but everyone in the squad, you know, thinks highly of Jeff, and he's a very good teammate to everyone in the squad.
Paul ahead, please.
Stephen here. Can I just ask about the Derby lads, Jason Knight and Connor? Is there an issue about being released?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, they have an FA Cup match this week and a league match against Portsmouth. So they haven't released the players for this game. Jason's been injured anyway. He's been injured, but he came on last night. But that's the reason they're not there.
And is it just the case that it's not a fully sort of sanctioned?
Yeah, I mean, I've no idea why it isn't isn't a fully sanctioned window that we can demand everyone, particularly when they've got matches, competitive matches, league matches. But from our point of view, playing for your country, the most important thing is the pinnacle of your career. It's above everything, and so we ideally want everybody here, but that's there's nothing we can do.
Could I just ask one more just about Haaland? I know there's slight injury doubts over him, but he's in their squad. What do you make of Haaland in terms of how he's almost transformed the art of scoring goals?
Yeah, no,
he test is he for your defence?
No, he is a phenomenon. There's no doubt. He's a very, very exciting player. His electric speed and just incredible capacity to score goals and physical strength. And obviously his goal ratio at Dortmund and Norway was really, really high. And he's followed on that with Man City, of course, which is not a surprise considering the level of player around him as well. But you have other good players like Odegaard, of course, is a terrific player as well. So Norway have some really good players. From our point of view, it's good preparation for France in March, I feel. That's a very important game for us in March, against France, and we've got to make sure we're absolutely ready then. And this game is good preparation for that, I feel.
Kevin Keeley.
Hi Stephen. Were Jason and Connor a bit annoyed at not being allowed to be released?
I think they value playing for their country first and foremost. But I think they're obviously this is 10 years between them, but they both value equally playing for their country. And especially Connor, who sort of came through League 2 to League 1 to the Championship to the Premier League, came right up and earned it the hard way. Jason obviously has been one of our better players. Like, he's performed consistently, and but that's the way it is.
Do you feel that Evan is ready to play?
We see. I know it's an early promotion for Evan, and I suppose the way I've got to look at it is that if Evan goes on loan, which is quite possible now in January, between March and June, which is a key area for us, we don't know how we'll do. We can't predict for certain. But if he went and done well and got regular game time at a club and scored goals, he could easily come into the picture in March or June and be on for the campaign. It can change that quickly. Now, everyone's first loan aren't always a success, so we can't count on that. But he scores different types of goals. He scores great headed goals, which is rare enough now. We're not producing that type of player. So he scores different types of goals, natural goal scorer, and it'll be interesting. It'll be a good experience for him in the squad.
Did you coach his dad, or are my timelines wrong there?
My God, I might feel old there. No, I didn't have the pleasure of that. No, I didn't have the pleasure of that. Maybe coached against his dad, for sure, and but not his dad. No.
Stephen, you spoke to us at the Euros draw about Joe Hodge. I know you said he would be a player maybe for the under-21 team in the short term, but have his Premier League appearances, I don't know, made you think a little bit differently about that, or are you still in that mindset?
No, listen, Joe's a terrific talent, and seeing him with Tom Owens on the 19 team when he was 2 years out of his age group in Armenia. Again, he's someone who, when he went on loan to Derry, got injured and come back. So he's shown. Obviously, Scott Sellers had him at Man City and took him to Wolves when he went to Wolves, and he regards Joe very highly as well. And obviously, he's made some recent cameo performances. So we'll continue to monitor him, and I think he will be an important player for the under-21 campaign next year. I do feel that as a holding player in that position. Obviously, we've other players who are competing for that position as well, like Conor Coventry as well, and Jack Taylor. So other players as well come into the picture.
Can I just clarify as well? You get Neil Ferrugia, sort of a good mention last month. Am I right in saying he's on standby? Is he on your long list?
Yeah, Neil is definitely on standby. Yeah, and as is Rory Gaffney as well, Brian Maher. Yeah.
Finally, from Eds in your life.
Stephen, how are you doing? reference Will Smallbone, you said he's done quite well for the under-21s as he comes up in similar quite well for Stoke. Evan, obviously, you're all excited about Evan, but he hasn't played, he hasn't been.
Yeah.
Does that suggest a lack of depth in the squad at the moment? And obviously, I was following up with the League of Ireland option. Was there other players who are sort of knocking those goal scorers, Aidan Keane and those type of players? Were they in consideration?
The first question, yeah, it is premature for Evan. Like, you know, I think he's a good prospect, and sometimes, as I spoke already, he could have the opportunity going on loan and doing well. He scored in the recent Carabao Cup match as well. Scored a grey-headed goal. Scored in the under-21 playoff a grey-headed goal. So he's a different type of player than what we have. We think that he has a good chance of being a good player. He's highly regarded at Brighton. And probably, I don't think we've an overall lack of strength and depth. It depends on the bar, you know, how high the bar is set. But I think obviously Adam Eade has been very unlucky with his knee injury, been operated on, and will come back strong. Troy Parrott will come back strong. Obviously Aaron Connolly has just not been able to get games in Italy at the moment. The players that are in the squad as well, Michael Obafemi's done really well, and obviously Scott Hogan's in good form for Birmingham at the moment. So it's we have put an extra forward in than we would normally put in with Evan coming in because it's a possible withdrawal. I'm preempting that possible withdrawal, you know.
Okay guys, we're moving to the embargoed section now, so everything past this point